Hey everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back. In this video, I will be showing you how I made this really pretty patriotic wreath using the ruffle method and the curl method. So if you'd like to see how I do this, then please keep watching. First, I will be using one of these 16-inch pencil wreath forms that I picked up from Hobby Lobby during Easter time, and I did get this at 50% off. First, I will be separating each of the pencil ties on the wreath. There are 7 on the inside and 9 on the outside. For the base of the wreath, I will be using this Polypro mesh from Hobby Lobby. It is 10 inches by 10 yards, and I will be cutting 16 pieces to 20 inches long. To make the base of the wreath, I will be doing ruffles. To make a ruffle, I'm just taking a piece of the mesh, laying it down, weighting something on the end. Then I'm going to the bottom of the mesh, finding the center. With my 2 thumbs, I'm going to push the mesh up, walking my fingers up through the mesh and pulling that mesh toward me. When you are done, it should look like a bow. Next, I'm going to add the ruffles to the wreath, and I'm going to start with the 7 inner pencil ties. I will be laying the mesh vertically with one finished edge going toward the center of the wreath and the other finished edge going toward the bottom of the wreath. I'm placing the ruffle in between the pencil tie, securing the pencil tie with a twist, and then fluffing out my ruffle. I will do this to each of the 7 inner pencil ties. And here's how the wreath is looking with the 7 inner ruffles added. Next, I'm going to be adding the ruffles to the outside pencil ties, and I'm just doing it the same way as I did the inner ones, where I am placing the ruffle in vertically with one finished edge going toward the inside of the wreath and the other finished edge going toward the outside of the wreath. Here, I'm going to try to keep the 7 inner ruffles tucked underneath the outer ruffles. This is just to kind of fill in space and make sure that there is no gaps and that it can't be, that you can't see through it. So I will be doing the same thing to all 9 of the pencil ties. And here's how the wreath is looking with all of the ruffles added. Next, I'm going to be making curls. And to make the curls, I'm going to be using this red, white, and blue Polypro mesh from Hobby Lobby. It is all 10 inches by 10 yards. I will be cutting 16 pieces of the blue to 10 inches long, 8 pieces of the white, and 8 pieces of the red, all to 10 inches long. Next, I'm going to be making the curls. To make the curls, I'm going to take a piece of that mesh. I'm going to unroll it and place something on the end to weight it down. I'm going to start at the bottom where I cut it, where the cut edge is. I'm just going to fold it over once, and then I'm going to roll it. Now, you don't want to roll too tight or too loose, but when you get done, it should look like a little tube. So then I'm going to use a clothespin just to secure it so that I can go on and make another curl. Next, I'm going to add the curls to the wreath, and I'm going to start with the blue, and the blue is always going to be my bottom curl. Then I'm going to go to a red. I'm going to place the red curl on top of the blue in a crisscross pattern. Then I'm going to take one of the pencil ties, spread it apart, and then place my curls down in the center. And then I'm going to twist the pencil tie to secure it. So I'm going to move on to the next, and I'm just alternating the red and the white. So I'm taking a blue curl and a white curl. I am crisscrossing them with the white curl on top. Then I'm going to add that in the center of the pencil tie and secure the pencil tie with a twist or two. So I will add curls to each of the pencil ties, alternating the red and the white. So here's how it looks with all of the curls added. So I'll be using this truck sign from Hobby Lobby, and I will be removing the wire hanger. So I just added some pipe cleaners to the back with some staples and some hot glue. So I'm not going to be needing the 7 inner pencil ties, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those. I'm just going to give them a couple of twists, snip them off, and then I'm going to fold over that little nub there just to get it out of the way. So I'm only removing the 7 inner pencil ties. So next I'm going to be adding my sign, and I'm just feeding the pipe cleaners down through the wreath to the back, and then I'm going to secure it to the back of the wreath. Next I'm going to be making ribbon tails, and I will be using this 2.5 inch wide wired ribbon from Hobby Lobby. So for the ribbon tails, I'm going to be starting with this star ribbon, and I'm dovetailing the end, and then I'm going to cut it down to 14 inches, and I will cut 4 of these. For this ribbon, I will be cutting 5 strips to 14 inches long and dovetailing the ends. So now I'm going to add the ribbon tails. I'm going to take one of those ribbons. I'm going to fold it in half. This is just to find the middle so that I have even tails. Where I folded it at right there, I'm just going to scrunch it up. Then I'm going to take that ribbon tail and I'm going to place it down in the middle of the pencil tie with the red and the blue curls. I'm going to place it down in the middle there. Give the pencil tie a couple of twists to secure it. And then I'm going to take those ribbon tails and I'm going to place them where they are facing downward. So I'm going to move on and do the other ribbon tail with the stripes and the stars. Same thing, folding it in half to find the middle, scrunching it up there in the middle, and then I'm going to be placing this in the pencil ties with the blue and the white curls. So I will just be alternating the red, white, and blue ribbon with the star ribbon. Same thing with this. I'm just placing it down in the middle of that pencil tie, giving the pencil tie a couple of twists, and then I'm bringing those ribbon tails downward. So here's how it's looking with the ribbon tails and the sign added. So now I'm not going to be needing any of the pencil ties that are left on the outside. So I'm just going to go in, give them a couple of twists, and then snip them off. And then I'm just going to bend over the little nub pieces that are left. So I will be doing this to all of the 9 outer pencil ties, just like we did with the 7 inner pencil ties. Next, I'm going to be adding a bow. Now, I did make this bow off camera, but I do have a tutorial on how to make a wreath bow that I will leave linked in the description box down below. So I'm just adding my bow to the top of my wreath and feeding the pipe cleaner down through to the back. Next, I'm going to be using some of these little firework embellishments that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to be cutting them off of the stem. I'm also going to be using some of this vase filler from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm just going to add the embellishments to my wreath with some hot glue, and I'm just placing the hot glue in the middle of those pencil ties to secure my little embellishments. So I'm just going to go around the wreath, and I'm adding a little embellishment to every one of those little pencil ties that I have there. And here's how the wreath turned out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I wanted to thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!